I found myself in my grandmother's pantry, sneaking her delicious cookies. Oh man, they were good. Savoring each bite of sugar and vanilla that seemed to warm my whole being. I was only 8 or 9, soothing an ache I didn't know. It's strange how something so small can carry so much weight. But that sweetness filled a void that was otherwise unbearable, a sense of loneliness and emptiness. And in that moment, sugar became my safe, sweet mother, consistently present, something I could count on when I felt alone. Our relationship with food is often rooted in these early experiences. From infancy, we're wired to connect with others, seeking comfort, warmth, and stability. When our caregivers are attuned to our needs, we learn to feel safe, and this experience becomes a part of us. But when those relationships feel distant or uncertain, we begin to look elsewhere to fill that emptiness. Food, especially sugar, can become an emotionally safety net, a sort of sweet mother offering comfort without judgment. Over time, it can feel like food is a reliable presence, a source of support that we internalize. As adults, we might find ourselves drawn to the same foods that comforted us as children. You could be standing in front of a pantry reaching for something sweet, not entirely sure why, only to feel a wave of guilt or shame afterwards. The cycle of eating to soothe, then feeling worse, reveals the pattern where we eat to escape pain but end up feeling trapped by the comfort we seek. So we need to eat more. For many of us, food becomes a way of managing overwhelming emotions. But what if instead of trying to fix our eating habits through restrictive diets, self-punishment, we approach our relationship with food with curiosity and compassion? This is where relational neuroscience and inner parts work come in, helping us explore the connections between our early experiences and our current behaviors. When we understand this dynamic, it becomes easier to see our relationship with food as more than just a habit or a lack of willpower. It's an adaptation, one that arose out of a need to cope with difficult emotions. Instead of judging ourselves, we can start to explore the role of food has played. We might even be able to thank food for being there to soothe us, because who knows what would have happened if this sweet mother wasn't available. Food isn't the enemy. It's been a quiet support, a way of nurturing ourselves when other options felt unsafe or unavailable. So where do we go from here? The first step is to get curious, to approach our eating patterns with a gentle inquiry. Instead of asking, why can't I just stop eating this? Try asking, and pay attention to how you ask the question and in what tone. What part of me feels the need for this right now? What inside of me needs tending to? By taking this approach, we open the door to understanding ourselves rather than berating ourselves. Each time we reach for that sweet mother, a part of us is responding to a deeper need, one that may have gone unacknowledged. By noticing this without judgment, we can begin to unravel the emotional knots tied to food. We don't need to diet, punish, or restrict ourselves. Instead, we can offer kindness to the part of us that feels empty and seeking comfort. This process of self-compassion and curiosity is like offering ourselves the nurturing presence we may have missed. It helps us build a new relationship with food, one that is less about filling a void and more about understanding our needs. Over time, this way of relating can reduce the hold food has on us. As we attend to the emotions beneath our cravings, the need for food as an emotional filler eases, allowing a space to explore other forms of self-soothing and self-care. As we listen to our inner needs and begin to reframe our relationship with food, we may start noticing patterns emerging under stress, loneliness, or boredom. These moments can serve as invitations to tend to ourselves more consciously, to ask what our inner community truly needs. Often these needs are for care, love, rest, connection, and compassion. When we respond to these needs with a genuine care, our reliance on food as a source of comfort naturally begins to lessen. Gradually, we learn to support ourselves in ways that go beyond food. Maybe it's calling a friend, going for a walk, or practicing a few minutes of mindfulness to ground ourselves. And sometimes we can't, and we don't, and we eat a cookie. And in those moments, we can feel deep compassion for the part of us that needs it right now. By bringing these insights to our relationship with food, we're not erasing or denying the comfort it has given us. Instead, we're recognizing food's role in our journey, appreciating it for what it has been, a form of support in a difficult time. This perspective allows us to honor our experiences without letting them define us. Food can still be a source of pleasure and enjoyment, but it no longer has to bear the weight of meeting all of our emotional needs. We learn that we're capable of supporting ourselves in a variety of ways, building an internal resilience that doesn't rely solely on external comforts. So next time you find yourself reaching out for something sweet or comforting, take a moment to pause, to check in with yourself. Notice the parts deep inside asking you to tend to them, and ask, what do you need right now? How can I support you today? Approach this with the kindness you would offer a friend or a child. In doing so, you're beginning to build an inner relationship that is both caring and compassionate, one that can soothe your emotions without the need for food. As we come to understand our emotional lives and nurture our inner community, food takes its rightful place, not as an emotional crutch, but as a nourishing part of a balanced and fulfilled life. This isn't about perfection or strict rules. It's about listening, understanding, and caring for ourselves in a way that honors all parts of who we are. Hi, I'm Dr. Louise Hall, a registered counselling psychologist. Thank you for spending this time with me today, reflecting on themes like implicit memories, identity, and the power of our inner community, which invites us to look at the parts of ourselves that are hidden. It takes courage to turn inwards, to sit with both the pain and the potential that lie within. Implicit memories shape how we move through the world, often without us realizing it. They influence our relationships, our self-perception, and the way we experience each moment. But when we take the time to listen to these echoes of the past, we begin to uncover not just old wounds, but also untapped resilience, self-compassion, and strength. This is the heart of my work, helping people bridge the gap between the past and the present to build a more authentic, connected future. If today's reflections resonate with you, I'd love to continue this conversation. Follow me on Instagram at louise.psychologist, where I share practical tools, insights, and resources to support you on your journey. For deeper exploration, visit drlouisehall.co.uk, where you'll find blogs, updates on my work, and news about upcoming projects. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Together we can find new ways to grow, heal, and connect. I can't wait to see what this takes us.